Muy Call of Cthulhu. Después de muchos tiempos sin subir nada, he vuelto con este juego inspirado en el libro de Cthulhu del escritor H.P. Lovecraft. Así que vamos a darle a nueva partida y descubrir qué nos aguarda este juego. Muy bien. Vamos allá. A ver, de hacer muchas series y después abandonarlas, eso es algo malo de mí, pero bueno. Veamos cuánto me dura esto. Principalmente porque me encuentro algún problema, no logro solucionarlo y como soy un vago, pues mira, me rindo fácilmente. Pero voy a intentar, por lo menos en esta serie, no hacer eso. A ver. Vamos allá. Vale, ya nos podemos mover. Se guarda automáticamente por lo que veo. Vale, para agacharte pulsa círculo. Vale. Tienes que nombrar objetos específicos para interactuar con ellos. Vale. Vamos a afinar el linterna. Cortaperros. Supongo que lo tendremos que usar aquí. Así que vamos a hacerlo. Y abrimos la puerta. Vale, vamos a mirar primero por aquí. Vale. ¿Podemos usar el mismo objeto? No, vale. Los objetos solamente se pueden utilizar una vez por lo que veo. Así que vamos a continuar por aquí. A ver. ¿Esto lo puedo coger? No, vale. Está de adorno. Wow, miren esto. Wow. Aquí... Wow. Vale. Pulsa L2 para correr. Vale. Vamos a cruzar esta puerta. ¡Ah, la luz! Dios, es un eco sordo.
Everything has already been written.
Esto es todo.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Tienes un tentáculo. ¿Por qué cojones utilizas la mano normal? Joder, todo fue un sueño. Espero que todo sea un sueño.
I hate whiskey.
A ver, lo primero. Ya está. Parece ser que nos gusta escuchar música mientras dormimos. Partida guardada.
Married woman runs off with her
Sin
girlfriend.
jefe.
The husband couldn't understand it.
Ya voy, ya voy. Hi, agencias aleatorias que deseas.
Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
A ver, reparte tus puntos de personaje. Los puntos de personaje te permiten mejorar la puntuación de una habilidad. Vale, a ver. Elocuencia. La elocuencia representa tu capacidad para influir en los demás gracias a tu don de palabra. Vamos, estilo político. Mejora estabilidad, aumenta la probabilidad de convencer a medir a la gente en las conversaciones. Fuerza, vale. Medicina. Vale, pues ¿cómo lo hacemos? Vale. Vamos a... 30 de esto. 50 de esto. 45. 15%. No, espera. Tengo que quitar. Eliminar. Vamos a añadir. Vale. Vamos a hacerlo así. 45% de fuerza, 30% de elocuencia, 25% de psicología y un 20% de ocultismo. Aunque debería meterle más a estos dos porque creo que van a ser más clave. Pero en fin, vamos a dejarlo así.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Vale.
I'm coming.
Joder, se parece a
Sir,
Alfred.
I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come
Vale,
to me,
Alfred.
it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
No, yo te llamaré
Sarah,
Alfred.
my little girl,
Porque tiene cara de Alfred.
she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter?
hija de-
Yes.
Hawkins. Como
Everyone
el-
knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire.
Wow.
Sarah, her husband.
Sí, sí,
And
sí, Alfred,
Simon,
no
my
nos cuentes
grandson.
tu vida.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
Vale.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look.
Miro.
I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
Ok.
That's
vamos a
all you've got?
empezar el cuadro.
The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Se mira pintura, se mira de ese de Hawking. Vale. Diario. Mechero. Joder, no, mechero. mechero.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
Ojo de elemento. Que tendré que... Vale. Aquí. También tienes información. Examinarlo.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
So, Mr. Pierce,
Vale, ya está.
what do you make of these elements?
Ahí. A ver, vamos a empezar por dónde pilla Sara.
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Vale. A ver.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Vale, quedan dos cosas.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Y ahora...
The sender's label mentions Warehouse
Vale.
36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think
Vale.
I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Vale, Alfred.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house. Her only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Partida hacia Darkwater.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the north.
A becarios jóvenes profesionales, el primer volumen incluye todas las enfermedades conocidas del mundo civilizado junto con sus síntomas y tratamientos. El aprendizaje de medicina, volumen 1.
I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. I used to be an avid reader.
Vale. A ver. Esto afectará a tu destino. ¡Hala! Espero que... Nah, no pasa nada. ¿Qué nos puede culpar por un sorbito de
Darkwater
whisky?
is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book,
Vale.
it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port.
Va a cerrar esto.
I just hope that
Y
I can
nos
find a
vamos.
boat able.
Investiga sobre- Hombre de negocios. Muerto. Muerto. Están muertos
To
todos.
take me to Darkwater.
Joder,
The
solo con el
Wentworth
tiempo,
Agency doesn't
pobre
attract
Alfred.
top-notch cases.
A ver. Salimos. Capítulo 2, Puerto de Darkwater. Pierce toma el caso de Hoskins, la artista maldita, ha sido acusada de provocar el incendio que mató a su familia, incluida a ella. La única pista es una perturbadora pintura que le dejó a su padre en la etiqueta de envío. Figura en la dirección de un almacén situado en la isla de Darkwater. Este lugar parece ser el punto de partida de la investigación de Pierce. Las pantallas de carga como que son un poco lentas por lo que estoy viendo. Eso es algo malo. Pero bueno, supongo que me acabaré acostumbrando a ello. Vamos allá. Sí, definitivamente las pantallas de carga de este juego son muy malas. Pero en fin, no nos deprimamos por eso. Hay hay peores. Así que vamos allá. Adéntrate en la... Vale, vamos allá. Sigamos, por favor, que tengo un modo de yo aquí en la play.
We're almost there.
escena aparece en créditos. Nos hemos pasado el juego. Fin. No, coño. Sería demasiado.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman. And a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
¿Por dónde debemos empezar? Hablar con Fitzroy y hablar con Brad.
Hey, Sullivan. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Vamos al bar.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
El señor era muy feo.
Hey, be careful.
¿Qué se está fumando esa?
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
A ver.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
¿Pedimos una bebida? No.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
Vamos a una copita, no hace daño.
I think we'll get along well. What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Vale, ya está. Oh.
The miraculous catch.
No, solo más.
Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Vale. Okay.
You like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Hablamos con todo el mundo.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Señora, me dice que le pego una hostia en la cara, pero bueno. Vamos a salir fuera. Madre mía, qué paisaje más triste.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago.
Oh, trofeo.
Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back.
What could have done so much?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Oh, pues vamos aquí.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. A Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman.
Los términos de nuestro acuerdo están bien claros: mantener a sus hombres bajo control. Provocarnos es un lujo que no puede usted permitirse. Hace falta que responda a este mensaje. El límite es apagar a su portador K.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Dos.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Bueno, pues parece que eso es todo. Bajamos. Cerramos.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Can you tell me where the warehouse is again?
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Vale. Un punto de personaje.
they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Entonces, entra al almacén.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
¿Cómo entrar en el almacén?
Come on, you could tell me.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Come on, you could tell me.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's gonna be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
What are you guarding, exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
I bid you gentlemen farewell. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
¿Cómo entrar ahí? ¿No puedo pegarles una hostia ya?
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment of your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
I'll be back.
Take your time. We're going nowhere.
Vale.
They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
What can I get you?
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Choice is yours. Everything's on sale.
How much for a bottle of whiskey?
$5.
I guess I'm not desperate.
I'm not judging you.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from scream, but anything.
That'll be all for now.
Vale.
There's something coming. Something real bad.
So, have you got what we asked you for?
Look what I've got.
You're a good guy, you. Follow me.
Vale.
Cheers, you jackass.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going?
I hope for your sake that I didn't hear it.
No, it's not what you think. It's just...
Vale, perfecto.
Let's see. Shoot. I'll have to find another way to get in. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Vale, otra entrada.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
This muddy alley is yours? Good for you. I've got work to do.
I don't think that you've quite understood the situation. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
¿Lo ves?
So I mustn't have understood it because it didn't make me laugh.
Vale. Cangrejos. ¿Cómo enteran el puto almacén?
You again? I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
You again?
No need.
Estos dos ya no me sirven.
Trouble.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around.
It's a little late.
Well, at least you're still here to talk about it.
Something like that.
With that, please do excuse me, because...
It looks like there's a way in under this grate. This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Esto me bloquea el paso.
Leave me alone, please. I don't want trouble.
Vale.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah, aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly, but it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm very serious. A whole family died in a fire, and I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, detective.
Pasa que no tengo elección, pero no sé, quiero pegar
Follow
un
me.
puñetazo en la cara.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots! That's no way to treat an Elven.
Oh yeah.
No puedo sacar el mechero y prenderle fuego por la espalda.
It's fine. He's with me.
Okay.
Vale. Joder, lo que hay que hacer para entrar en este lugar.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Ah, la luz. Me quedo ciego.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? What happened here?
Vale, pues supongo que eso es todo.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Capítulo 3. Jardín de la mansión de los Hawkins. Pierce consigue entrar en el almacén, en el lugar supuestamente abandonado. Hay sorpresas, signos de ocupación reciente y una pintura parcialmente quemada. Su búsqueda se ve interrumpida por el agente Bradley, pero Pierce logra convencerlo para que se una a la investigación del agente de policía acepta llevarse a la detective a la mansión de los Hawkins. Muy bien.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
¿Qué
place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Vale.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Vale.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Qué bueno. A ver. A contar. Qué lugar más siniestro. A ver.
Poor kid. Poor kid. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Do you know if Charles Hawkins... Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagined Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Vale, pues aquí voy a dejar el primer capítulo. Espero que les haya gustado. Si es así, dale like para ver más aventuras de Artorias Detective. Y bueno, espero que les haya gustado. Si es así, dale like, comentar y suscribiros. Y nos vemos en otro vídeo. Adiós.